So one thing we haven't talked a whole lot about so far is water. Our house is not on city water. We have our water delivered twice a week into this big old water tank behind me. And I'm here to tell you, it's very expensive to have your water delivered to you. But that's besides the point. Our water system is pretty rough around the edges. Two of the people that I've shown it to have told me it's not the worst they've seen, but it still gives me hella anxiety. Everything out here is done in PVC, and for those of you who don't know, PVC and the Arizona sun don't go together very well. The main valve that comes straight out of the water tank has its wings broken, so if you want to turn the water off at the source, you have to use channel locks and say a couple prayers before you do it. Our pump doesn't sit directly on the ground. It is strapped to a piece of plywood that is also resting on top of another pipe. That pipe is the one that comes from the pressure tank, which is way over here. And there is a hose connecting the pump to the pressure tank, and God forbid you ever accidentally trip on it because it will pull off. Birds, man. Our filter cannot be changed without breaking the piping on both sides. The past 3 times that we've had to change this filter out, we've had to repair the piping because the sun destroys PVC. And as you can see, everything has been repaired 30 times over. We also had the benefit of 2 leaks, one here and one here. And then we're not even getting into like the electrical parts and the fact that I have this guy right here outside in absolutely no protection from the weather. So while it's not the worst, it's not great. And it is high time we do something about it. You see, the biggest conundrum with fixing this whole water system is the fact that the main valve on the water tank is broken. So in order to fix the valve, the water tank has to be empty so that you don't make a huge mess when you cut that pipe off. And we could technically deep water this entire property and see if we can use all of the water that is left over at the end of the week. But I expect that that's not going to work as well as we would hope. So we are going to hedge our bets and we're going to buy an additional water tank. This way we can take the hose and transfer this water into the tank that's over there. And then once we get gutters up, that can become a collection tank for the gutters. So to start off, we picked this site over here. This was originally housing our passion vine, but the passion vine died this summer. So now it's going to hold our new water tank. To start off, we needed to clear out the mulch, get rid of the berms, and push out all the dirt to make the area more level and wider for the tank. Alright, so we've had the benefit of a very, very small amount of rain. Cleared out the mulch. We have 4 tires. We'll potentially add 1 here and maybe 1 or 2 there to help retain it in. And you marked out 79 inches, but I can't tell where it's at. Oh, that's even smaller than I expected. So here's the circle. Alright, so I guess we get to digging. So here we are so far. Sun has come back out. It's humid as hell. We're going to put tires all the way around to help reinforce the gravel that we're going to put in. We've begun to find all of the little grubs. We also found one that is probably in pupa format, according to Britt. That's the proper word. And it's kind of cool because you don't find them that way very often. And this is what they turn into. You can see the grub on the beetle, carrot beetles. It's very likely what all these grubs are. Here's Britt walking our new pet tire. Well, that's why you got to put your tires on a leash, you guys. They get away from you if you don't have them on a leash. PSA, always walk your tires with a leash. Making my way downtown.
Not going very fast.
Faces pass. From there we decided to dig down and level the area out as best as we could. This took the longest amount of time because it seemed no matter what we did, you'd make one area level and then move on to make the next area level, and in the process make the original one unlevel again. So the leveling process was by far the most difficult thing that we had to do.
Now it's time to put gravel in. Lucky us.
It's the first quarter. About 12 bags the first round, and be 12 more bags for the rest. From there you need pea gravel to put inside of the hole, so that way your cistern is sitting on something that has a little bit of give and can fluctuate with varying temperatures and weights based off of how much water is being put into the cistern.
Back at Lowe's, getting more gravel. Hooray!
We're out here at Lowe's again getting more gravel because we weren't sure if the car could handle holding all 48 bags, or is it 24? All 24 bags in one go, and we didn't want to overburden the car, so we've been getting them in 12 bag bursts. And we've been going to Lowe's because we have a gift card from Chris' parents for my birthday, and if we ain't got to pay for it, that's always a win for us. So we had to go a little bit further because we drained the Lowe's closest to our house, but we got it done, so let's go home and pour the rest in and hopefully beat the incoming weather. So there's where we gotta go. And there's all the dust in the sky. You can kind of see the end of it over there. Bye-bye mountain. Bye-bye horizon. A+. Best permaculture solution ever. Made it home before the rain did. If we get rain. And there it be. Till the cistern arrives on Monday. It's raining and no one likes it. That's how much it rained in about 5 minutes or less.
Ooh, this is what it looks like when it's wet.
Exciting. So we just got it delivered. Thanks to Tanks and More over in Apache Junction. Delivered it over here. He helped me put it in place, which is nice. So now we just gotta wait for tomorrow night and fill it all up with water so we can actually repair the water system. Yay! Oh yeah, it might rain too. So what we're actually doing here is a method that my family used to use back when I was a kid. Back before they upgraded the electrical system out here, it really wasn't uncommon to be without power several times throughout the monsoon season. And so because you don't have any electricity to run your pump, you basically don't have water when the power goes out. And so we used to take a bucket and go out to the main water reserves and basically fill the bucket up and bring it back in the house to use. Even if there's no electrical, you can still run your toilet by flushing it and pouring water in to fill it up as it would as if the pump was working. And you can still use it to wash your hands or clean your dishes or what have you. So we're just going to have a couple of 5-gallon buckets strewn about the house to make sure that we have enough water to get us through the next 24 hours or so. So it's almost 7 o'clock and the hose has been running for almost 2 hours, and good news is we had way more water left than I had expected. And it's been a week since we had our last water delivery, so we definitely have the capacity to drop how often we get our water deliveries. But on the flip side, man, I could deep water this yard way more often than I have been. But yeah, an hour in, 2 hours in, and the yard is barely finished. It's not even halfway done yet, and we have well over half a tank left, so we'll see you at some point in the future. It is 7:30 and you can see the ring of what 2 hours and some change of water use looks like. We're gonna be here a while. It's about 10:15 and this is where we're at. Light at the end of the tunnel. It's really bright even though I'm in the shade. My eyes are like... So it's the morning of. It took us another hour and some change this morning to finish draining. So I would say all in all, to drain about 1,000 gallons out of this tank, it probably took us 5.5 to 6 hours. So now you know, if you ever want to drain a tank, plan for some time. Everything's good. Everything's been turned off so that way he can work on it when he gets here. And so I'll see you on the other side once we have something new and shiny to show you. So here we are. This is the final product. I'll kind of try and fit a side-by-side here so you guys can see the difference of the before and after in case you forgot how dirty it used to be. As you can see, everything is compact and all in one spot. And you can walk. You can see the concrete. You can actually put the ladder here now. So you can get up into the cistern without having to trudge through a whole bunch of pipes and such. And the best part, it's sturdy. You can tap it and it doesn't feel like it's going to break every time you touch it. So that's it for this week. Thank you to both the Arizona Tank people and Second Opinion Plumbing for making this happen. My anxiety is so much better knowing that I don't have to worry about breaking my pipes every time I need to change the filter or turn off the water or anything like that. If you like these videos and you want to see more from us, don't forget to click the subscribe button and don't forget to click the little bell and select all notifications. Otherwise you will only get notified occasionally. And we'll see you next time. So I was looking at the Quikrete and I accidentally broke it and I woke up all of the ants. And more.